Hi guys, today's video is going to be quite an exciting one. It's going to be an informative video basically where I share with you my tips and tricks for studying. I had quite an intense exam period recently and I had to do a lot of studying, so these were like the tips and tricks that I used throughout the period and they helped me definitely. So I thought it would be quite a helpful video to do, and I know that quite a lot of people have exams coming up and things like that. First of all, I just want to apologise for this. You can probably see it and it's basically marks from my glasses because I originally had my glasses on in this video, but they're just so distracting and the light reflects off of them, so I've taken them off and I now have marks on my face. So apologies about that, but anyway, that's not the point of this video. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks that I use. So I've got a little bit of paper here with all of my advice on it, so if you see me looking somewhere, that's where I'm looking. But basically, first of all, number one is to make a calendar. Now this is something that I do a lot with exams. I just absolutely love it. I think it's a fantastic process because the reason for this is it helps you count down the days towards your exam. Sometimes when you think, okay, I have a week until my exam, that can seem like forever, but when you actually see it on a calendar, you realise just how close it is. So this almost helps me get real and it makes me realise that I actually need to study. So for example, this is April 2016 here and you can see it all, and I basically just cross out the days as I pass through them. So today's Wednesday the 20th, so I haven't crossed through that one yet, but you can see I had all my exams here and I just crossed through them as I go. And this is an example of May, which is the month to come, and it just shows all my little bits and bobs that I have going on. I put in holidays, if people are visiting, I put in birthdays, I put absolutely everything on this calendar that is important, and all my deadlines as well. And just doing that, just crossing through it and kind of counting down to the day, it just really helps me. As I say, it just makes me realise that I have limited time, because sometimes you think you have plenty but really your exam's in like a week and you really need to get your head down. These are all in totally random order, by the way, but number two is to eat what you want during study week and prepare simple meals. For me, during my study week, this was like a massive thing for me. I just craved foods and I just allowed myself to have it because you have such a boring week. You're just studying all the time. So the only thing for me that gave me like much pleasure was food, which sounds crazy, but you know, your food breaks are a main thing throughout your study time and they're one of your only breaks. So you have to enjoy your food. So eat what you want and have lots of snacks. Just don't worry about eating healthily in your run up to your exams basically. Don't go overboard, but you can have your treats and allow yourself to have a couple of weeks off your healthy eating. And as I was saying, just make sure you're preparing really simple, quick meals, because quite often I would find that I was actually preparing something that took a long time, and for me it was possibly a distraction. You know, I knew how long that took me to make, so I decided to make it because it killed an hour. So things like that, try and do something really simple, really quick, or prepare something at the start of the week and freeze portions and eat them throughout the week, because it just makes it easier for you and you have more time to study. Okay, so number three is like the way that I study for exams. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I have this book here, which is from Hema. It's so cute. It says anything is possible. But basically I have some notes in here from one of my recent exams and I'm just going to show you them. So this was my revision for that exam, and what I do is I write out all of my notes. So in this case it was like 10 pages, I think. 10 of these pages. I write them all out, and then once I've done that I go through with a highlighter and I highlight all the important things, the important words, the important terms. And for me, this is just a fantastic way to study. This is the way that works for me, and then once I've written all my notes, I know that everything that I need to learn is on the paper and I just need to keep reading and reading and trying to drill it into my brain. So yeah, that's kind of like a tip. Just write everything you need to know down and then go through it with a highlighter and highlight all the important stuff. Okay, another one is to listen to relaxing music. For me, this wasn't something that I'd considered until I started studying with my friend Rachel. Now, she listens to music as she studies, and at first I was kind of like, okay, this is a bad idea, I'm not going to be able to concentrate. But I think the main thing that she does right is she listens to music without lyrics. If you have lyrics, you're obviously going to be distracted. That's just a given. You're going to be thinking about the words in the song and you're not going to be focusing on what you're doing. So basically pick some sort of music that's relaxing, that doesn't have lyrics, and I don't know, it just kind of gets you in the zone. It really helped with me, and especially when I would go to the library where there was a little bit of noise, it really helped to just put in my headphones, put on my relaxing music and just zone out. So I actually have a couple that are my favourites, so I'm going to leave them linked down below if you want to go check them out, and they're nice relaxing lyricless music to listen to while you study. Okay, the next one is to take regular breaks. This is so important. You need to schedule in breaks about 2 or 3 times a day. For me, I just had to get away. I just had to take my mind off of what I was doing. So I would go for a nice walk or just like half an hour sitting in the sun. Just take your mind off of what you're doing. Take regular breaks. This brings me to another point, and that point is that you should study for maybe about an hour and then try and take a little break. Everyone has different like periods of time that work for them, but for me I used to do 1 hour and then I would take a 15-minute break. So I could go on my phone, I could watch a video, I could go on Facebook, whatever I wanted to do, I had that 15-minute window. Okay, another really important one for me was to change the setting or the scenery. So what I mean by this is that sitting in this flat the whole day studying was just not going to work for me. So what I would do is I would go to either a coffee shop or the library for half of the day, or even a quarter of the day really helped. You know, if I went from the morning from like 10 until about 2, that really helped me, and then I would come back and make lunch, and then I would carry on studying in the flat for the rest of the day. But I just felt like to change it up, to be in a couple of different places in one day was the best solution for me. I didn't feel like I was just stuck in this flat. I actually was able to get out, I was able to see people, watch new things, and just not be alone in this flat all the time. And as I said, it can be really nice to actually just go to a coffee shop, get a nice cup of coffee or a tea, a little cake if you fancy, just to treat yourself, and basically just sit and study there. That can be a really nice relaxing thing to do. Okay, so I think that you should try and get past papers. Get as many as you can. Go online if you have past papers for the exam, look at them and really study them, because I think these are the sort of things that help. When I was at school I used to use them all the time. Obviously it's a little bit more difficult at university, but you do still get them and the teachers do still put them up. So just go into wherever it is that they put all their information and have a look, and if they have past papers then you should use them, because they're just the best. The next one is mind maps and index cards. I used to use mind maps a lot. I didn't actually use them this time just because I didn't have the paper. I basically get a big sheet of A3, is that double A4? Anyway, the one that's double A4, I get a big sheet of that and I put the topic in the middle, I put a big bubble around it and lots of little arrows coming out, and I just write all about the topic in different colours. I draw pictures, I just really go at it, I go crazy with these mind maps, and I really wish I had an example because I normally use them for all my exams. But I just find they're really helpful, they're colourful, they're fun, and they're just a great way to study. Also index cards, I don't have examples of them either, but they're just the little cards that are about this size, and if you have key terms that you need to learn, they're really good because you can put the term in the front and you can put the answer in the back, and then you can test yourself, so it's a great way to learn. The final one is to like stick notes on your door or on your shower. Like, it's crazy but it works. Just put all your revision notes wherever you're going to look at them, and I just find that really helps. When I was in high school I used to do this in the shower because I always took like a 20-minute shower and I just felt this was the right time to be able to revise. So I would stick them on the shower door while I was showering and I would learn them. But yeah, post-it notes all around your room can just be helpful as well, where you do your makeup, on your door, just anything that you're going to be able to see and just kind of refresh your memory and learn as you go. Alright guys, so that's it. That is my tips, trips. Okay guys, so that's it. It's my tips, tricks and advice for studying for exams. I hope you all have found this video helpful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up because it just lets me know if you enjoyed it and if I should do videos like this in the future. And I just want to wish you all massive luck with all of your exams. Just keep doing it, you can do it. I know it's a really tough time, but just keep pushing through and just give yourself those treats and take those breaks and just do as best as you can. That is all you can do. Okay, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all very soon with a weekly vlog which will be on Monday. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye!